Hey, hi everyone. This video is about Scalzo projects, and in this video I will show you how to make a vintage rolling chair. So this slide shows two images of the final product, and this is what we are going to make. Okay, so tools and material, you need a piece of wood, painter mask tape, scissors, clear tape, glue stick, drill machine and drill bit, safety glass and mask. Remember, safety is very important, so make sure you cover your eyes and nose with the safety glass and mask. Then you will need a scalzo, sandpaper, wood glue, clamp, wood stain and brush or cloth piece. So when you try to work on the scalzo, these are very commonly used tool and they use for the multiple projects. So once you buy it, you can reuse them again and again for different projects. Okay, so that's the tools and material. So first thing, you need to get a template. So I am using here, this is the book Classic Fretwork Scalzo Patterns. ISBN number is this, and then you can buy it from the amazon.com. This template is coming from the page number 80 of this book. So get the template. Next thing, get the wood piece of your choice. This wood is for the red oak wood, and commonly used woods are like ash, basswood, birchwood, cherry, hickory, holly, maple, is and red oaks and so on. It's up to you that which wood you want to use. But here I am using for the red oak wood here. Next thing, you apply the paint mask tape on a wood and then glue the template. So I have cut this template here, and then to save some wood I just cut the template and then I rearrange them, so I make the minimum waste of the wood. So you cut the template and then apply the paint mask tape and then glue the template on that painter's mask tape. Next thing, you apply the clear tape, and this clear tape, it will hold this template in a position, and it will also provide a lubrication to the scalzo blade. Next thing, make entry holes for the scalzo blade. So these holes, they will be used to pass the scalzo blade, and once you pass it, you cut all these pieces using the scalzo, and so you make all the entry holes for all the fretwork that you need to complete. So this what it shows. Okay, so this video will show the how you cut all these pieces inside. Just to give some basic instruction, this is a power switch. This handle, it is for the giving the blade tension. This is for the nozzle to blow the air, so you remove all the wood dust. This is the knob here, this black one. So it will it will hold the scalzo blade, and it is used for tighten the scalzo blade. So that's pretty much in the scalzo. So let me run the video. Okay, so as you can see here, I have already passed the blade, and now I just turn on the switch, and now I'm cutting all the pieces here. This video is kind of bit lengthy, so I will fast forward time to time. So this is just kind of repetition. Let me just finish this completion of this piece, and then I will fast forward the video. Okay, so currently I am cutting one of the inner piece of the, this is the back cover here, back cover. So you remove the, open the knob, and then this is what I have cut, two pieces, and I will keep doing same for all the pieces here. So now I am passing the blade through the hole. So once you pass it, you tight it with the knob here, and once you tight the scalzo, this is to give the tension here. I usually give tension up to like here 2.5, that is I believe 2.5 to 3. So it depends, all it depends like width of your wood, the speed. but for this case I'm using the 2.5 or between 3. So I finished the third piece, and now let me just fast forward. This is kind of repetition here, so I'm cutting. So now that once you complete all the inner pieces, now I am cutting the shapes here. So this is the seat and this is the back support. So I am still cutting the seat portion. So it is pretty much completed now. Okay, and then same way I will cut this back support piece. So let me fast forward, and then we can save some time here. Okay, so now that piece is complete. Okay, and just one last thing, you see this this wire, it is kind of guard wire, so it will help to protect your fingers. So make sure this one is in position as well. Okay, so that's enough on the cutting using the scalpel. Next slide. Now we are going to cut the two side pieces. So this is called stacking. Here instead of doing one at a time, I have glued two pieces of the wood together and then glue the template on top of it. So when I cut it, I will finish all both sides at the same time. Okay, so it kind of called stacking, and yeah, you have to put the less effort in this one because you are cutting both pieces at the same time. So again, same method, you glue the painter mask tab, apply the painter mask tab, glue the template on it, apply the clear tab, and make the scalpel blade entry holes. Once you finish that one, now you cut them, and then this is like before removing the painter mask tab. Once you cut it, then remove the painter mask tab, and this is what it look like. Still edges are very rough, so scalpel, you cannot do the scalpel without the sandpaper. So next thing, we will use the scalpel, sandpaper to smooth the edges. So I have used the sandpaper and make sure all edges are smooth. So that one is completed. Next thing, you glue pieces together using the wood glue and then the clamp. So leave it in this position like for few hours, and once it is solid enough, you can remove the clamps. Okay, so once all pieces are glued together, this is what it looked like. So this is before the stain. Next thing, we will apply the stain or polish, so it will give a nice look to our final product. So this is what it came out pretty nice here, and this was before stain or polish. Next thing, this video shows how to apply the stain. It's pretty simple. You just use the old English polish and use the brush. Make sure you put some kind of cardboard here, so because when you apply the stain, it will make some make your surface messy. So this will protect your surface here. So here I'm using the old English polish and any regular brush that you can use. Okay, so this is old English polish. You can buy from Home Depot or Lowe's or those kind of store. And make sure you cover all the surface. There is surface is not left out. You can apply like one or two coating of this one. So apply one coat, let it dry for a few hours, and then apply the second one. So I will this one we keep doing it is kind of repetition, so make sure you cover all the surface here. Let me just fast forward, you just keep nothing new here. Okay, so once you are happy with your applying the stain, you let it dry for few hours. Okay, next thing, this is what the final product look like after you apply the stain or polish. Okay, so these are and there are few more images of the final product. So finally project came out pretty nice and clean, so I'm pretty happy with my work here with the final product. Okay. And check out my website www.planetbmp.com, and thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Okay, bye.